So we are deriving our project topics from the current affairs. Then we are creating multidisciplinary projects out of them, aligning with SDGs and calling them civic learning labs.
Please share your favorite SDG project and the impact that you've been able to generate.
Good evening, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be a part of this panel. And thank you, GoSharpener. It has been a very time full of reflection and learning for all of us. Well, when last time I was here, I shared how we are using sewage treatment plant in our school to recycle water. And on the daily basis, we are recycling around 80 kiloliters of water for using it for all kinds of non-potable purposes. Now, in the same line of making infrastructural changes, this year we have been purchasing and installing these solar panels in the school. They will be operational this April onwards. And well, more than infrastructure, I think sustainability, like all the panelists have been talking about, is more about thought process and the mindset. So I'm going to digress a little maybe and talk about how we are trying to cultivate this mindset at our school. So as school leaders, we know how challenged we are when it comes to time. So it was very important for us that sustainability is embedded in the school ethos. So we decided to make it a part of teaching and learning. So now we have these labs, which we call civic learning labs. We call them civic learning labs. They are multidisciplinary labs and they integrate with one or the other SDG. So they include science, mathematics, social studies, performing arts, visual arts, and an SDG. And the most important is, this project comes out of a problem that is real life. For example, in the news there was this issue of indoor contamination of water. So we are deriving our projects from the current affairs. So whatever is predominant, dominant, discussed in the news, because it is in children's mind, it's being discussed at homes. So we are deriving our project topics from the current affairs. Then we are creating multidisciplinary projects out of them, aligning with SDGs and calling them civic learning labs. They will be the part of curriculum and they will be assessed. They will appear in the report cards for periodic assessments, half-yearlies, as well as the final exams. So we have integrated sustainability into the student and the teacher mindset, that it is not something that can stay at the periphery. It is not a side project. You know, you have to be consistently doing it throughout the year.
Civic labs as a concept?
Civic learning labs. So this is the concept that we derived after mutual discussions as a leadership and with the teachers. So this is one thing that we are doing. And it carries substantial weightage. It is around 100 marks, 25% weightage in the final exams.
Wow.
And as a part of this, each sustainability project will tie up with one of the knowledge partners of yours.
Amazing.
So that is one thing that we have tried this year. And perhaps I will be able to share more tangible outcomes with you in the next conference.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think great thoughts. Civic lab linked to current affairs.
Current affairs is very important. You have to derive your project from the latest news.
Absolutely.
And the second thing which you are aware of, Prateek, is that our student council has 4 houses and each house picked up one sustainability project. Now what happened was that, for example, let's talk about e-waste collection. Now sometimes what happens is that the donation or collection is voluntary. Some students were deeply engaged, others were not. So that becomes a challenge, that how do you increase the engagement of children? So there what we did is we made it a house-wise event and we requested GoSharpener that why don't you, instead of generically measuring the impact scores across the school, why don't the impact scores start reflecting house-wise?
Yep.
And they did that, and we we saw an instant improvement in the engagement. Now, children are competing with each other in a wholesome manner. Now, I would rather say that children should choose sustainability because it is the right thing to do. But we are far from there as of now.